Good day.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
Nice. It's good to have you.
Yes, thank
Welcome to Golden Cloud Network podcast.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Nice.
Thank you for giving me your precious time.
Same to you. So, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is Mbaraidzo Romeo Levi Mabode. Proud Zimbabwean, a Christian, a brother, an uncle, entrepreneur, an employee. Yeah, in that order.
Okay, great. That's a good portfolio.
Yeah.
Go diversified.
Very good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So before we start, I have a set of questions for you.
Right.
So I'm just going to state the objective of this interview. So our objective is to emit knowledge and experience that will guide and empower our viewers.
Okay.
So our platform is just for sharing knowledge and experience for the benefit of others.
Okay.
Right. So that is our objective.
Okay.
So we are about to start.
All right.
Okay. So our first topic of discussion is the exodus of Zimbabweans to the diaspora. That's what we're going to be talking about.
Okay.
So the first question is, in the past 5 years, that's between 2020 to 2025, how many people approximately do you know personally who have migrated from Zimbabwe to another country? Just an approximate figure.
In my circle, I would say probably about 10.
10.
Yes, 10. But I don't know if I'm allowed on this podcast to speak because I also read through about this subject, about the Exodus. 2025. Sorry, you said 2020, yes?
Yeah, from 2020 to 2025.
Okay. What I wanted to say that the Exodus has been happening for much longer.
Okay.
It may have intensified over the period we are talking about, but the exodus of Zimbabweans has been going on for much longer, and now we are only beginning to feel its effects, and it's becoming very noticeable. But it's actually been going on for a whole lot longer. I would actually say the commencement of the Exodus was around more of 1985, in the 90s, and the people have just been leaving the country, as it were. And it's only now in this year, 2025, and I suppose in the coming years, that we're going to see and really feel the intensity of the Exodus. That's how I would answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think people are leaving?
So the biggest reason, as far as I can understand, is people believe that the other side of the fence is the greener pastures, as it were. People look at our situation at home and feel that there is no way out. The better side of the fence is the other side of the border or the other side of the ocean. And they don't then analyze that on the other side of the border has its own challenges, as it were. So people's main reason for leaving the country is really to look for a better future for themselves. But that being said, I must hasten to say that for me, I really think that is a perception that people put in their heads, that on the other side of the fence is where their salvation or a better lifestyle is.
Okay.
That's how I would answer that question.
Yeah, I think it's also psychological, because as human beings, I'm sure that most of us have experienced this in one way or another. When we see something or when we see another option, we tend to want to explore that option because it's unknown, it's an unknown land. We hear stories about these places, but we've never really gone there. So I just feel like with the capacity, when you have the capacity and when you have the opportunity of going to find out, I think it's something that we see as logical to explore those type of avenues. Because from my experience, my personal experience from the people I know, the exodus has been mainly because of economic reasons. Some people are unemployed in this country and they see a window of employment. So to what extent do you think the Zimbabwean economy has led to this exodus?
To a great extent, indeed. It is true, and it's something that can't be denied, that the economy is not at its best. It's not the easiest economy, if there's such a thing. It's an economy which I may even dare to say almost defies the rules of economics, as it were. But that being said, it's still an economy, and it still has the what can I say, the potential. I'm speaking as a citizen who has great belief and great love of the country. This is a well endowed country. It's still compared to most other countries and most other economies, fairly a stable economy. If you read around, if you open your ears and if you read around, if you look at other countries, Sudan, Lebanon, all the other African countries, and if you really take stock and try and see, yes, things are not as good, but things are not as bad. So it's always important to balance it out. Yes, it could be better, but equally so, it's still better off than a whole lot of other economies out there, other countries out there. What it just needs, my feeling is for people to believe in it. And so as long as more people believe in it and decide that I'm going to stay, I'm going to try and make it work, then the better off for the country as a whole. I think the economy is where it is because of all the players that are involved in the country. Yes, government has its part to play. The citizen may also have a part to play in the economy, which contributes to where we are. So as long as all the players are contributing positively, then we can make the economy work. But for as long as you're getting players having their own agendas, the citizenry having their own agenda, the government having its own agenda, the economy reacts to what those players are doing.
You know, I think Zimbabwe is a fairly young country. We were colonized and we relied on our colonizers to govern us. This governing system, this economics, they introduced this to us. You know, before that, I'm sure that we had other systems in place that allowed stability, economic stability during those times. But we inherited a system that is foreign to us. And I think we're still figuring it out. We're a young country, so you make a very valid point that if people come together and believe and try to make it work, it can work. It has the potential to work. And we appreciate people like you who believe and who are actively, trying to contribute positively to that. I think the issue is some people have from the experience that I've witnessed, some people cannot afford, to take that gamble because, some people may have children that depend on them and they have their children looking at them and, they're not getting anything. They don't have time to be active. So in that regard, has this exodus of Zimbabweans affected your life? Has there been any tangible change or shift in your personal or professional life that has been directly or even indirectly caused by this exodus?
Yes, I have family who have gone out of the country for the very reasons that I've just enunciated. Many of my siblings, a number of my siblings have left the country for economic reasons. But again, it's a situation where people exercise their choice, that we feel that we are better off. I would like to speak at a macro level, in that ultimately, as a citizenry, we must hold the country dear. A lot of our problems emanate because if you compare other countries, I like to use the United States as an example. When it comes to their national flag, when it comes to their national interests, when it comes to their national whatever it is, they all become Americans. There's no Republican, there's no Democrat. When it comes to their interests, they are very clear that we're all Americans, this is our interest, and we don't have a conversation. When they're at home, they will have their own yada yada. Here, we are too divided, and that in itself is affected by a principle